are still looked upon by the rest of the nations of the world, we need another God for our people, for our nation. A change of gods means a change of thought, a change of action, a change of feeling, a change of doing things. It means the development of your own culture, your own religion, education, and civilization.
Yeah.
Unity and peace between white and black can be had through understanding. Fahami means understanding and divine culture. Both white and black must be educated out of their racial bigotry and ignorance. Sometimes a people have to change gods to get results. There is but one God, but he has many names, attributes, attitudes, and there are hundreds of ways to approach him. We have always had black or colored people in the world, but not Negroes. Allah created the people, circumstances created the Negro. It is up to him, meaning the Negro, to change his culture and philosophy and psychology. To rebel the gods of other nations simply means to turn back to your own heritage. Allah gave us dominion over the earth where there was life. Then it is our duty to turn to our heritage and recreate the treasures of Africa. Recreate them. They've already been created. Let's recreate them. The trademark of Egypt and Ethiopia is the hallmark of the modern world. Everywhere you look in this modern, so-called modern world of ours, you see the treasures of Africa. Everywhere you go in this modern world, you see things that come straight and things that other nations got from you. The wings, the circle, the cross, the square, the cube, the star and crescent, the dove, and the virgin are very ancient emblems of Isis, Asar, El, and Amun, the founders of Islam, thousands of years BC. At first, there were the gods and goddesses who ruled the land of Ham. Then came the sons and daughters of the gods and ruled the land of Ham. These sons and daughters of the gods were also called the spirits of their fathers, who were gods before them. Among the gods and goddesses were Ptah, Ra, Amun, Shu, Seb, Neith, Muth, Asar, Seth, Isis, Ori, Hathor, Thoth, and others, all gods and goddesses. And this is not to replace the gods of the Torah or the gods of the Quran, but a history and a guidance for the sons and daughters of Ham. Scattered throughout the world, God places everyone's destiny in their own hands. Educate yourself so you can take over your own life. Educate yourself so you can take over your own life. All religions are temperamental because all people are subject to moods and whims. And all nations are geographical because it is a study of the earth's surface, climate, continent, country, people, industries, and products. All is thought. Okay. It makes an impression upon both the thinker and the universal whole. If you're thinking, and if you're really thinking hard and concentrating hard enough, you are making an impression upon the great brain of creation. That's where you came from to begin with. But we've gotten so far away from his thought processes, we all messed up. So try to start thinking and educate yourself to think on a higher plane and get back to thinking on par or in tune with the great universal whole or the great universal thought. And according to the strength of the thoughts will be the result of the thought. If a man cannot manifest something in life of his own creation, then he is inert of thought of his own, and therefore is of no use to his race. If you can't think for yourself, how are you going to think for the rest of your brothers and sisters out there? Go on and do what the rest of our people is doing. Wait for somebody else to tell them what to do. What to do. And that's what our nation is doing mainly today. Not the Fahami temples. We working on it. But the rest of our people, they are simply being led around by the minds of other nations. Okay. The word Fahami is a creative thought with a set of ideals peculiar to itself. As a people, we are behind every other nation of people because we never attempt to think for ourselves. We lack purpose and concentration. As a people, if we labor for another, we are denied freedom of thought and action. Me and my wife was talking about this earlier. If you're working for somebody else, you under his laws and his rules. When you go on that job, you got to perform the job to his satisfaction. You might figure you can do the job better this way or that way or do it your own. But as long as you work for him, you are denied freedom of your own thought and action. So gear that up. And it's not all bad, but the way the other nations of the world have treated our people, it really hasn't did us any good to follow his example. Okay. Or go off on his job and want to do the job the way he does it. All we have to do is look around the world and see how he has messed the world up. He couldn't know too much about what he's doing, but yet still we still are laboring to get on his job, to follow his rules, and get paid by him, and so we can come and go under his commands. As a people, if we labor for another, we are denied freedom of thought and action. Again, think about it. We again demonstrate the substance of our faith, a lack of faith in ourselves. A word to the wise. The Holy Quran cannot be the African American's final and spiritual guide. The Quran will not do it for you. The Quran, any more than the Holy Bible, can be our final spiritual guide. The Holy Bible is not for you. Salam.